Hey guys, it's Coach Adam. Today I just wanted to talk to you about our positions and formation for the year. So we're going to play what's called a 3-2-3 formation. So we're playing 9v9 this year, which means we have 9 players on each side. And when we first line up at the beginning of a game, we're going to have a goalkeeper, 3 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 3 forwards. So that's where the 3-2-3 comes from. We don't count the goalkeeper because everybody has a goalkeeper. The 3 means 3 defenders, the 2 means 2 midfielders, and the 3 means 3 forwards. So it goes from the back like that. So if it was a 4-3-1 formation, it would be 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 1 forward. Okay, so I like this formation because it's pretty simple. It transitions well from what we played in U10 to what we will in U13 when we go all the way up to 11v11. And I also like it because there's a lot of different passing options and many different ways that you can use each other to move up the field, which is something I really want to stress this year, rather than just booting it up the field and chasing it. We really want to work together as a full unit this year. And this is a good formation for that, I think. So let me go through the positions one at a time. The first one is the goalkeeper. Pretty standard. I think everybody knows what the goalkeeper does. The goalkeeper keeps the ball out of the net. And here's those passing options for the goalkeeper. We usually won't want to go to the center because that is very risky. So we'll probably have the left and right back come back down outside the goal box and bowl it to them, and that way they can work it up the field. The center back is the hub of the defense. The center back isn't going to roam around very much because they are our last line of attack. You'll see when I talk about the left back and the right back in a minute, they have a little bit more freedom to move up and down the field. But the center back is really going to be our strong final last line of defense. So the center back isn't going to worry as much about moving up and down the field, just really focus on not letting those attackers past them. The left and right back, sorry, I should show you the options that the center back has for passing as well as going up to the midfielders or to the backs. So the left and right back, though, as I mentioned, they have a little bit more freedom to go up and down the field. And you'll see that they have passing options that include those wingers all the way up there. So they can even move up the side and work passes into those wingers and really get the attack moving quickly. So for the left and right back, we're going to want some quick players who are disciplined to go up and help out on attack, but also make sure they get back and play their defensive responsibilities as well. Midfielders. So last year we only had one midfielder when we played 7v7. This year we're going to have 2. When they start off, they're going to be pretty much next to each other, but as we move into attack, one of them is going to be an attacking midfielder, and one of them is going to be a defensive midfielder. But we'll talk about that a little bit more in the future when I show what happens with the formations when we're in attack or defense. And you see the midfielders are incredibly important because they link up everything. They link the defense to the forwards and really make the attack go. And yeah, so my midfielder will have to be very energetic players that have a lot of they have both their offensive responsibilities, but they also make sure they get back for their defensive responsibilities. So very versatile players who can both try to score and also are adept at keeping the other team from scoring. So if you like doing everything, you might be a midfielder. The left and right wing are also very similar to the midfielders in that they have both offensive and defensive responsibilities. But what they do is they run up and down those left and right flanks, which is the sides of the field here, and they work with the striker and midfielders to really make the attack go. So these are the passing lanes we're talking about here. So they also have to drop back on defense when we don't have the ball to try to win the ball back. But when we do have the ball, they're the lightning fast guys that are moving the ball up the field and the sidelines there, getting it to the striker, getting it to the midfielders, or even just moving in and taking a shot themselves. And of course, the striker is the guy who's in the middle. His job is scoring goals, but his job is also to look for those passes if he doesn't have a great angle and to lay it off to a winger or a midfielder when he doesn't have a great shot at goal. So that's our standard formation. When we start off playing, this is what our alignment is going to look like. When we don't have the ball, we want to be a little bit more compact. So this is where we're going to see the left back and right back are going to come back, help out the center back a little bit. Those wingers are going to come back and play a defensive role as well. And those midfielders are going to form a wall as well. The striker, you'll see, we won't really have the striker coming back to help too much on defense unless the ball is still in the other team's end, then he'll be going after it. But yeah, we want the striker to be ready to take the ball up for a counterattack as well. But you'll see that everybody here does have a defensive responsibility. Even that striker is going to be going to get the ball when it's in the other end. And then as we get the ball back and move up and then get into our attacking mode, you're going to see here, this is where the attacking midfielder breaks away from the defensive midfielder and helps out the three forwards. So what this really ends up being is basically two diamonds. We've got an attacking diamond and a defensive diamond. The attacking midfielder is helping out in that attack, and the defensive midfielder is going to be the top of the defensive diamond, but he's also supporting the attack. So we're going to go over all of this in practice. I know I'm throwing a lot at you at a time, but I just want to help you visualize what this stuff is going to start looking like on the field. So that is our standard formation. I hope I didn't talk to you too much, but what I want to be able to do is be able to tell you to go to a position and have you know where to go and what the basic idea of that position is going to be. So if I say, hey, go play left back, you know where to go, and you know that your job is not only to be defending, but also to help out with that attack and be looking to get some passes up the field to that left wing and those midfielders. So that's really my goal, is for everybody to kind of have a head start and know the language that I'm using when we get to practices. So I'm really looking forward to getting started, and I hope you are too, and I will see you guys soon. Thanks.